Bitch. This is going to work so much better. Alright, damn it. I had to switch devices because that phone was acting crazy. That's the little iPhone 5, girl. That'll do it. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Is it on? 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 Hello? Hello? It's me. I was wondering if after all these years you liked me to go over. Hello. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hey, everybody. Sorry about the last broadcast. We were having some technical difficulties. I was trying to patch my friend in, and then my phone went completely blank. So now I had to restart the phone and all that stuff. It's just acting crazy. So what if? All right. So I was talking about before I was so rudely interrupted. Hi, Catherine. Long time no see. Hey, Ty. Hey, Tyler. What's good? Hello. Before I was so rudely interrupted by technical difficulties, I was talking about finding the light. So I'm going to start lightly over, okay? Because this is really important. And I know this is meant for someone because I keep having to go through these hoops and these difficult connections to get to it. So I'm getting this message out to someone. This is meant for someone. I know it is. A lot of times, whenever you're trying to get somewhere in your life, the places that you need to go that are most meaningful are the ones that you have to constantly fight for. The things that are going to mean the most to you in your life, the things that are worth having the most, you are always going to have to be prepared to fight for them. You are going to have to be so bold and so courageous and resilient and fight for the things that you know you deserve. A lot of things in your life, a lot of things, but I guarantee you the things that you love the most, the things that you want the most are going to be you're going to have to be prepared to fight the most for them. Anything in your life that is worth keeping, that means something to you, you better be prepared to pull out your knife, pull out your shank, pull out your guns, pull out your fighting spirit, and be a warrior for the things that you want. I'm telling you this. Sometimes in your life, you will have something to say, and people will constantly tell you who you are, and they will constantly try to silence you, and they will constantly try to tell you to be quiet. They will constantly say, no, you shouldn't do that. They will constantly try to tell you what to do. They will constantly try to tell you who to be. They will constantly try to tell you where you should be going. When you and your heart, you and your mind, you and your soul, and you and your body, and you and your spirit know what you're supposed to be doing. Do not back down when your heart, your mind, and your soul, and your spirit is compelling you to do something, even when there are technical difficulties. I know for a fact right now there are listeners right now that know a thing or two about technical difficulties. There are always going to be technical difficulties. And the bigger the reward you want to see, you have to be prepared to do the most work for. Because if you don't go through any struggles and you don't go through any hard paths to get to the great things in your life, if you don't go through things, you won't know how to keep them when you get them. That's why it's hard to get to. The things that you really, really want. I mean, like the big, you know what I'm saying? The big stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the little light stuff is cute. But I'm talking about the big stuff. You know what I'm saying? The big stuff. You know what I'm saying? The big stuff. The big stuff. The stuff that's more and most important to you. The things that mean the most to you. They're the hardest to get to. And sometimes the hardest to keep. You have to be willing to aggressively attack everything and everyone standing in your way, the things that you want to accomplish. In the midst of all the darkness in your life that you're going to face, you have to find the light. I'm not talking about finding the light whenever you're taking a selfie and you want to, find the light, find the light so that you can get a good, I'm not talking about that light. No, I'm not talking about that light. I'm talking about the light that's in here that makes you unstoppable. The light that's in here that makes you unbreakable. The light that's in here that makes you unchangeable. That's what I'm talking about. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, whoever you're doing, I'm not judging. Find the light. Don't let people tell you who you are. Don't let people tell you where to go. Don't let people tell you what you should be doing when you know your heart is compelling you to do something. Don't let people tell you how to feel when you know you're feeling something, especially when something is wrong. Don't let people tell you who you are when you already know who you are. Don't let people break you. Don't let them break you. Fight. If you want things in your life and you know for a fact that you are set on this earth and you have a goal in mind and you want to accomplish something, don't take no for an answer. I don't care how many people told you that you aren't good enough, how many people expect you to fail, how many people that tell you you're not going to make it. I want you to make liars out of those bastards, and I dare you to keep on going. I dare you. Don't do it for me. Do it for you, because you're the one that has to live your life. There are a lot of people out in these streets, and they're so depressed because they sing the shoulda, coulda, woulda hymn every single day. The shoulda, coulda, woulda anthem. And they regret the times that they said no when they should have said yes. They regret the times that they went when they should have stayed. Or they regret the times that they stayed and should have went. People regret the times that they didn't fill out that application. People regret the times that they didn't go to their auditions. They regret the time that they didn't get up and sing karaoke. They regret the time that they didn't tell the person that they loved them. People regret places that they had the opportunity to go to and they didn't go. Living with regret is so hard because it eats you alive. It causes you to have anxiety. It causes you to be depressed. It causes you to lose sleep at times. But what if I told you that in the midst of the darkness and confusion in your life, no matter how many things that you've went through, no matter how many things that you've done, whether they're good or whether they're bad, no matter how many mistakes that you have made, no matter how many times you thought you could but you couldn't and you completely bombed and you completely failed, no matter how many times you fall into the ground, sometimes by accident or sometimes on your own accord. No matter how many times you've slipped and you've messed up and you've made wrong decision after wrong decision after wrong decision and big mistake after little mistake after big mistake. What if I told you that in the midst of all of it, in the midst of all of your bad decisions, in the midst of all of your poor decision making, in the midst of all of it, in the midst of all the darkness in your life, that there is still hope for you? Why, Ryan? Why are you so confident that there's hope? If you can hear me right now, you are still breathing. And if you are still breathing, there's still hope for you. You just have to find the light. If you wander around in the darkness, oh man, sucks. It's going to be hard. If you're wandering around in the darkness, if you're listening to me right now, and you know for a fact that you are wandering around in darkness, you have no idea what you're doing. And I'm not talking about on a spiritual level. That's a whole nother conversation. I'm just talking about you have no clear direction. Maybe it's not darkness. Maybe it's fog. You know, when you get in the car and it's foggy, especially down here in these southern states, and you turn on your fog lights. Maybe you're not in the dark. Maybe you're just in the fog where you have direction, but your vision is being altered and your vision is maybe you're being partially blinded. And things are kind of blurry. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's who you are. At least you're going somewhere. The true dangerous territory, the true failure is when you stay where you are and have no determination or no aspirations to move in any direction. That's dangerous. That's the dangerous ground. And that's exactly where regret likes to show its ugly face in your life. And it causes you to not only have disbelief in yourself, but it activates your failure. It gives power to your failure. It gives power to your darkness. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, it doesn't matter how many mistakes you made. I don't care how many people have made you feel bad. I don't care if it was your family. I don't care if it's your friends. I don't care if you've been hurt at church. I don't care if you've been hurt in your relationships. I decree and I declare over everyone that's listening right now that you still have hope. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter what people are doing. It matters what you say, and it matters what you are doing. It doesn't matter where other people are going. It matters where you are going. It does not matter where people are. It does not matter where people are dwelling. It matters where you are dwelling. Other people's thoughts should not matter. Your thoughts are the ones that matter. Every decision that you make needs to be in favor of the future that you want for yourself. Every decision that you make needs to be in favor of the future that you want. It's not about your family. It's not about your mom. It's not about your dad. It's not about your friends. It's not about your foes. It's not about your haters. It's not about any of those people. It's about you, because you have to live your life. You have to go to sleep every night on your pillow knowing, did I regret my decision? Or did I give it my all? Did I try or did I give up? It doesn't matter how many times you failed. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many times that you've given up in your life and how many mistakes that you've made. What matters right now in this moment in time in your life, what matters in this beautiful divine appointment of light in your life is what you choose to do after this conversation. I encourage you, my friends, my brothers, my sisters, my family, enemies, acquaintances, people I like, people I don't like. Find the light. Find the light. Find it. Find it. Find the light. If you still have breath in your body, you still have hope. Stop letting the things people say tell you who you are. Stop letting the things that people say behind your back activate who you used to be when you know who you are right now and you know you've changed. Stop letting people pull you out of your character when you know you've grown from who you used to be. I always say this at the beginning and the end of a broadcast. I may not say what is right. Always say what is right. But at least I'm saying something. I may not always do what is right, but at least I'm doing something. I may not be exactly who I want to be, but damn it, at least I know I am somebody. And guess what? You are somebody too. I don't give a damn how many people have said awful things about you. I don't care what your family has said. I don't care what your friends have said. I don't care what old friends or new friends or people that don't even know you that open their gutter trash mouths about you and they don't even know who you are. Or people that think they know you but they just want to elevate themselves, so they try and trash your name and they make up rumors and lies to discredit who you are. Don't be worried. Make liars out of those bastards. They're a bunch of critics with no credentials. Darkness cannot dwell where light is, nor can corruption linger where peace resides. That was beautiful. Y'all should have wrote that one down. I hope y'all are having a fantastic night. And if I leave you with this, in the midst of your night, in the middle of your night, in the midst of your darkness, in the midst of the darkness of your night, always, always remember to find the light. Oh yes, honey, this is black tea. That was a good cup. Until next time, peace.